One of the questions that often comes up in therapy is, as simple as it is, or overly heard as it is who am I? Or who do I want to become? And it's something that many people struggle with. Am I who I declare that I am in the world? As I go through, I am a successful person, or I am a happy person. But if other people view me consistently as a poor and depressed person, there's a conflict, there's a bind there. And oftentimes it's when people enter therapy, is this incongruence of who I believe I am, or who I get reflected as in the world. We've tried to answer this question throughout ages of philosophy, with psychology, with pop culture. You have I gotta be me in American culture, or there are many other types of answers that people come to. What I think is probably one of the most important things is that this answer is never achieved. We don't ever get to an end. It is in the tension of it being unanswered that we get to continually define ourselves. So if I go through the world seeing myself as successful, and yet the world does not see me this way and continually reflects to me as unsuccessful, I have all kinds of choices. I can submit to the outside world and say, okay, well, what is success by this external standard, and take that on as my personal project. Or I can argue and battle and have value conflicts with the external world and say, no, I am successful and I will indicate this, and do things to prove to the contrary. Often we want to get to the end. We want to get to the conclusion of it. We want to get to the point. I think while that's a human drive, and it's really unnerving and unsettling not to have it answered, it's not a movie, doesn't come to a conclusion. It is also in that tension and in that unfolding of ourselves that we continue to have the capacity to grow as humans, to become better, to become richer, and live a fuller and more authentic life. So to me, identity is not a question of who am I, but it is really truly who am I becoming. And that is the intersection of so many different things, of which the individual is a part of and gets to make choices, but so does their culture, and so does their relationships. We don't get to only define ourselves.